Guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome, and if not, thank you so much for constantly supporting all my videos. So yeah, on this channel we talk about from DIYs to beauty to family and fun, and also things to know about Canada. So far I haven't really been able to fix my mind on what exactly I would want to stick with creating. I mean, the kind of content I would only want to be creating, because it's not easy. Like you never can know. I have some videos on YouTube that has only gotten like 10 viewers. You know, it's so funny, and I asked myself, okay, I think my audience don't like this kind of content. I can tell you for a fact, creating content is really not easy. So when I watch other YouTubers, I watch their videos, I'm like, where are you guys getting all these viewers and subscribers from? You know? Yeah, but I know one thing for sure is consistency is key. And for me, I kind of love what I don't like what I'm doing. I love it. Like, do you know how it feels to actually type my YouTube name on YouTube and my videos are coming out? You know, it gives me fulfillment in life. So anyways, I'm just trying to say I really enjoyed. I am so happy about, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Like, I follow a lot of YouTubers. I learn a lot on YouTube, and that actually motivated me to think, like, I think I have something I would like to put out there as well, right? So yes, I really enjoy watching other people's content, and being able to put, being able to put something out there to also watch also makes me happy. And I do appreciate everyone watching my video. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. So today I have brought to you something more interesting, and it's also more tips or more things you need to know about Canada. If you're interested, I think you should grab some seats and listen to me, or if you're standing, that's fine. You just listen to the few tips I have to tell you. I can tell you for a fact, you're gonna pick one or two things that I believe you have never heard from. I mean, even if you reside in Canada, I believe you're going to hear at least one thing that I'm sure for sure you never knew about Canada. So listen, and please don't skip too much on this video. Try to listen to all the tips. I think I have about 8 or 9 tips. So yeah, listen to it. So the first one I would like to talk about is I think from my what I've realized, that Canadians do appreciate and embrace small talks. So they are super nice and free-minded people. When they meet people that like when they meet new people, like if you have them as your neighbors or maybe your co-workers, or just in an open place generally where you guys will have to sit or stand to interact, they would openly ask you questions that you might consider to be personal questions, but to them it's really nothing. They just want to chat, they're just trying to know you. So yeah, if it's coming to you on the at the first time, you might see it as like, why do you want to know, right? But no, that's not it. It's just their way of life. They love to chat, to know you. They ask deep questions that personally, where I'm coming from, you wouldn't ordinarily ask me such questions, except you're probably my relation. And yes, but they will just ask openly, just believing that there's no big deal in what they're asking you. You know, they could ask you, have you ever been to jail? You know, I mean, if you're asking me, have I ever been to jail in an open place, like what ordinarily would you expect me to say? Oh yes, yeah, I was there. I spent 2 years, right? But well, that's how you feel. Like, why would you expect me to tell you, yes, I've been to jail before? But guess what? They would gladly tell you, you know, they'll gladly tell you, yes, I've been to jail. I spent so years, you know, and yeah, it's really not a big deal to them. So they really embrace and appreciate small talks. It's just a way of getting to know them for you. I mean, getting to know you for them. And there's really no big deal, nothing secretive. And it goes the same way for them. If you meet them on a good day and you ask, or even the same question they're asking, you throw it back to them, you see how they will just openly respond to that question. Like, there's really nothing to hide. They really don't care. That's just how open they are in terms of conversing with you. So yes, that's the first one. So the second one is that smiling and nodding your head is a form of greeting, like something like this. Like, you don't have to say good morning, good afternoon. You see how some of us would be like, I mean, when I say some of us, let me say myself as an example. Like when I came into Canada, I love to see, like when I see people walking towards me and they smile at me, rather than just smiling back, I would say, hi, good afternoon. You know, at some point I would even try to pause and see if they're going to, like, for you to have started with the smile, I would expect that, okay, maybe you want to say one or two things, maybe, oh, maybe something wrong, or you know, they will just smile generally, and that's just their own way of saying good morning. But you might misunderstand it, or I misunderstood it anyways. Let me not say everybody, some might already know that. So well, I'm just saying that if you might be new to it, it's not just Canada generally. I think other countries might be doing that as well. So that's just their own way of saying good morning, good afternoon. You don't necessarily have to say hi, good afternoon. Like if you have to say that, it's like you are doing extra, you know. Just nod your head and walk away. You don't have to stand to think that a conversation is about to start. No conversation. So when they smile to you, like, you just, you know, nod and smile back. You don't even have to show your teeth. They don't, it's not necessary. You can just I know sometimes it looks stupid, but anyway, so that's just their own way of saying good night. I mean, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. Yeah, so that's that. And the third one also I'll be talking about is stop saying sorry. So here you don't have to say sorry if it is not your fault. Like for you to say I'm sorry, you know, like in Nigeria we say this very often, for sure. Personally, I do say it very often. So I mean, if something happens, I would say sorry as often as I can. Like something drops, oh, sorry about that, oh, I'm sorry. They will just tell you straight, no, you don't have to say sorry. Like it's not your fault. You know, sometimes it's, I mean, I have to take a conscious effort not to say, oh, sorry, you know, because it's not acceptable to them. Don't take the blames if it is not your fault. They'll be like, no, it's not your fault. No, that's okay. Like, you know, like, no, that's okay. And I'm like, sorry. But you know, that's just the way we do it. Like if something drops, you can just pick it up and give it to the person. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, thank you, you're welcome, and that's it. Nothing like sorry, nothing bad has happened and it's not your fault. So my daughter can be so compassionate, and one time I don't know what transpired between her and her teacher, and she was like, sorry. And guess what the teacher said? She was like, why are you telling me sorry, Tochi? What happened? Why are you telling me sorry? And you know, she was just shocked, like, did I do anything wrong? You know, so that's just their way of doing things here. It's just a way that some of us seems to show sympathy for people, right? But they just don't like that unnecessary sympathy. If it is not your fault, don't apologize to me. Like they don't care. It's not like they're trying to be mean. No, they're not being mean. It's just their own way of doing things. They'll be like, why are you telling me sorry? You know, I can even imagine how the teacher would have told her, why are you telling me sorry, Tochi? Did something happen? You know, oh, please. But just so you know, it is actually good to keep your manners, just so you don't lose it because of the society where you find yourself. But I'm just saying that some things are not just necessarily, like I've mentioned, smiling is a form. You don't have to say good afternoon. And you know, just going back to what I pointed out before, if you say good afternoon, for example, to some people in their culture, when you say good afternoon, sir, you know, one time someone told someone I know that, oh, sir, it means stupid or foolish in my country. You know, so you don't just use the word sir, S-I-R, for everybody you meet, right? So you just have to be mindful of how respectful you are too, because like Canada is multicultural and you meet people from different places. You can just keep it straight. Like if you have to say good afternoon, good morning, like, you know, like if you have to say that, yes, you can just say that, but just be very mindful of how you say ma or sir. One time my daughter knelt down to greet somebody, and she was told that no, you don't do that. Like they only do that for their, I mean, you can only greet God like that, you know, like it's a form of a high respect from where she's from, right? So well, you just have to be careful, but at the same time just keep your manners, just so you don't lose it. It's important that we don't lose that, because that is whom we are. So back to what I was saying, stop saying sorry too often. It's not necessary you say sorry, but if something is your fault, yes, feel free to say sorry, apologize for that. But if it is not your fault, something that is someone else did, you don't have to say sorry, and nobody will hold you against that. Just render the help you want to render without using the word I am sorry. Don't be sorry. Okay, so number 4 tip that I will be talking about is that camping or hiking is not free at the park, except you're camping on a crown land. And yeah, so a crown land is like a wilderness, so to speak. It is a federal undeveloped land, and you can actually camp anywhere on it for free. That's like telling you that you're gonna have to camp in the wilderness for free, of course. So yeah, so you have to pay to camp in a park, because their staffs who actually takes care of the facilities after you leave. So if you are a frequent hiker in Canada, you can get a yearly pass ahead, so that will enable you to, I mean, easily go hiking, camping, however you want to. And for this money that you pay, you might actually get access to some things such as woods, electricity, and water. So I mean, I'm the last person you catch hiking or camping, because I don't play with some things that are not necessary in life. I can be very adventurous, but you won't just you cannot catch me camping or hiking. So anyways, if you love hiking, I think that's a good information for you. You can get a yearly pass if you want to. Camping is not just free in anywhere in Canada. So yes, that's tip number 4. And number 5 that we'll be talking about is about credit. Our credit score matters. So yes, credit score matters in Canada, which is a good reason for you to get a credit card. So if you're looking to doing a lot of things in Canada, you will definitely need to have a good credit score. If you're thinking of like buying a house, your credit score must be very good. If you're thinking of renting a house, yes, you just come into Canada, you think you want to rent a place, you need a good credit score to do that. They don't care even if you're just coming home. Some landlords would, I think I made a video about that. Some landlords will even want you to, like, they don't care if you're just coming in once again. You need to have like your pay stubs to show that you're working. You need a letter of employment to show that you're working. And above all, you need a good credit score. So if your credit score is not good, you are definitely not going to get that place. Yes, so that's that. You must have a good credit score. Even if you want to buy a car, you want to finance a car, you need a good credit score to do that, because a good credit score actually proves that you are accountable, you are responsible, you are reliable, and you are credit worthy. I think yeah, good business owners would want to do things with you when they know that you are credit worthy, you know. So with a bad credit score, once again, you cannot get some things. And yeah, even if you can get it eventually, it's going to be really, really difficult. I remember when we first came into Canada, it was really hard for us to get a house, to rent a house. So we needed to build our credit score somehow. And yeah, the first home that we got, the first house that we got, that we're going to rent, then we didn't get that house because we were not working. We didn't have employment letter. So because of that, we didn't get a house. We had our money to rent the place. Even if we wanted to pay like months ahead, they still needed to be sure that you have an employment letter. Your landlord doesn't just want to hear that. after a few months you come and start giving them stories. It doesn't work like that. So yes, that's that about credit score. You need a good credit score to move forward in Canada. Yes, move forward. So number 6 thing we'll be talking about is I would advise that you research local rules when you enter into a new place or you enter into a city. So for example, you cannot turn right you cannot turn right on red light in a traffic in Montreal. Okay, so even though it is written in French, like Montreal is French speaking, so even though it is written in French that do not turn right on do not turn right on red, they still expect you to know. They really don't care whether you can read it or not. So the fact that when you enter into Montreal, you see there's a bold sign that shows, even though it's written in French once again, that you cannot turn on red. So the fact that you don't see the rules doesn't mean that those rules does not exist. So here in Canada, when you come in, try to know what is obtainable around you. Try to find out about the local rules. Whatever province you find yourself, there are always rules in everywhere. So find out those rules so you don't keep jumping from one ticket to the other, because yes, you get a ticket or you get a fine if you go against their rules. So another rule to note is that you cannot fly a drone that weighs above 250 grams or 25 kg without a license in Canada, especially in the park. Yes, it is not allowed. So the use of drone is not allowed in parks. So it is believed that it disturbs the wildlife and visitors in Canada. So it can also be, it's also saying that it intrudes on people's privacy. So if you love to fly a drone, just note that 2 things: you have to obtain the license, and it should rather be flown in an open space or a commercial areas. You cannot fly a drone in at the park. It is not allowed. So yes, if you love to fly a drone, you can, like I said, get a certificate or get a smaller one. There's a limit to the size you can fly in some certain places. So you can also do your own findings about all of that, just so you know. And the next thing I would like to talk about is that enhanced professional skills. That's in Canada. So when you come into Canada, try to enhance your professional skills, because this will increase your chances of employment in Canada. And most professional jobs pay on salary range, and what actually determines this is your work experience, your educational background, and the certifications that you've also obtained here in Canada. Yes, so you can be in the same job with someone. Your colleague can be earning about $15,000 to $20,000 more than you, and you guys are doing the same job. You might even be doing more than him, but yes, that person is earning higher than you. So yes, always learn to always try to upgrade yourself in your field, especially if you want to be in the professional field. Just try to upgrade yourself, get certifications. Certifications are really, really good. It will help to increase your chances of better pay in your field. And I know a lot of people just don't want to study too much, because there are a lot of education in Canada is just something else completely. You can want to do this tiny course, like one tiny thing that you already know. In fact, they can want to teach you how to cook indomie. Indomie is just 2 minutes and it's ready. Canada will make it seem as if it's a big deal, They make it seem like it's big. You can study how to cook indomie for 1 year. Oh my god, it's so crazy. I'm sorry. So but yes, that's the truth. For everything you want to study here, you have to just be serious with it. They give you assignments, they will give you, just something to really make it look so serious. But it's very good when you want to upgrade yourself and get better chances of a better pay. Yes, you just have to do it. some people would tell you that, oh, I am too old to study. No, I cannot study that, Jerry, for 2 years. Oh, I cannot do this for 6 months. I don't have the time. I'm too old to this. Stop deceiving yourself. You're not too old to acquire knowledge. You're not told to acquire knowledge, oh. So it's I mean, it's just for the best, and it's just for your own good as well, just so you don't lose that chances of earning lower than your colleague that doesn't feel that he or she is too old to acquire that knowledge you are running from acquiring. I know a lot of us, even me myself, I fall into this category. So that's why I'm laughing at myself. So I feel that way sometimes, but the truth is, no, we are not too old, no matter your age. That's knowledge. It will always be there in life. You don't lose it. It dies with you. So yes, you're not too old to acquire that. So upgrade yourself, and yeah, in your field, get some certifications. Yeah, get some certifications, and some places where you can actually find online certifications. You can think of EDX, you can think of Udemy, you can think of BrainStation. BrainStation actually offers proper programming, both full-time and part-time. Yes, so you can think about that too. They are really good options. So the last but not the least that we'll be talking about for today is that being bilingual has a good advantage. So one good advantage to that is if you're looking to relocate to Canada, it can boost your CRS score. And if you're considering express entry as a permanent residence in Canada, yeah, that will really help you, because French is one of Canada's official languages, and being bilingual also increases your employment opportunities. And yeah, if you're bilingual, if you know how to speak French, you'll be a hot cake, especially for multinational companies that has clients from different parts of the world. They need you to be able to speak French with their clients, their, you know, with people that may call in, customers, people you come across generally. And if you're also looking for a good job, being bilingual is a huge plus. Like even for a government job, like if you're going for federal positions or looking to get senior level positions, speaking French is also a plus. And you know, Canada is very diverse. Regardless your race, you can get a position in top places, you know, so it's really not going to be a problem at all. So yeah, you can look into that. Learning French is very good. So yeah, it will help your chances of getting a job. I think I cannot emphasize that enough. I wish I I was gonna say I wish I can learn French, but I think I'm too old for that. But I just remember that I just advised that no, you're not too old to acquire knowledge. But I don't know. I don't think I can learn a second language right now. But anyways, with all that being said, just take note of all of these things, and there are things to know. I know at the end of this video you would have at least been able to pick one thing that you can hold on to, and either work on it or just keep it right there. It's a knowledge that you can never lose. So thank you so much for watching this video once again. And if you enjoy my video, please just give me a tiny thumbs up. I don't mind. I barely get that from my videos, but that's fine. I enjoy what I do once again, and I hope to see you in my next video, guys. Thank you. Bye.